In school, we're all taught how to make money when we grow up. But why is it that nobody taught us how to save and invest that money? I see so many people struggling and having money issues that it breaks my heart. Be it someone fresh out of college, starting a new career, or even in the latter half of their lives. This video is the first one in the series of money management and financial literacy. Today we'll break down the essential elements of personal finance. We'll dive deep into the basics such as what income is, how much you should spend and why, what is good debt and what is bad debt, why using a credit card and paying it off on time can help you build a great credit score, why an emergency fund is a must, and a lot more. In the end, I'll briefly touch on investments and how it can be a game changer in not only helping you become rich, but in getting wealthy in the long run. So let's learn money essentials. Hi everyone, my name is Aiena. I'm a flight attendant and a cabin crew trainer. Apart from travel, other topics that excite me are leadership, health and wellness. Welcome to this channel. Let me start off by sharing a bit about my financial journey. Money was not free-flowing during my growing up years. Yes, we had food on our table and roof over our heads and all that kind of basic stuff, but that's it. When I started flying after college, I didn't save a penny for the first 5 years of my life as I was supporting people in my life. It was around the age of 25 when I started investing in mutual funds. During all these years, mom's been buying gold, and in my early to mid 30s, I diversified my portfolio. For the past few years, I started taking keen interest in what money is and how to make it work for me. So here I am sharing my knowledge and experience with you in a way that is fun, friendly, and totally doable. Money plays an integral part in our lives. We are intertwined in this global economy and we cannot detach ourselves from it completely. But we sure can learn ways to make money work for us and that we're not slaves to it. Financial literacy is crucial because it's the foundation for your financial well-being. Understanding money management can help you achieve financial independence, reduce stress, plan for the future needs and goals, and give you that freedom that lets you do what you want in life. Let's break things down. First up is income. Income is your financial fuel. This is the money you bring in from your salary, side hustle, or maybe you're a freelancer. You can also generate an income from investments. For example, you could have a 9-to-5 job that pays you say $5,000. A side gig as a graphic designer might get you say $500 for every project. And your investments give you a dividend or interest of say $300 every month. All of them are great sources of income. If you're a salaried person, research average salaries in your field to ensure you're getting what you deserve. It's crucial to understand where your money comes from and how much you actually take home after, say, taxes and deductions. It's also worth investing your time in knowing what you're worth, as it's all about, sadly, cost cutting for big organizations, and we might need to negotiate our salaries. Now, my first paycheck was from a part-time job that I did when I was in college. It wasn't much, but it gave me the freedom to buy things that I wanted as a teenager. Which one was yours? I'd love to hear about it. Remember, it's not about how much you make, but how you make use of that money. When we start earning and have an income, we either want to buy all the things we didn't have, or we have responsibilities and support people in our lives. Managing your spending, also called expenses, is crucial to maintaining financial health. Expenses are the cost required to live and enjoy life at the same time. Expenses are the money you spend on various needs and wants such as housing, food, transportation, and entertainment. It's easy to overspend, especially with the convenience of online shopping and credit cards. You can control your spending though by knowing the difference between your wants and your needs, and this requires quite a bit of self-reflection. We all have wants, but responsible spending means prioritizing needs. Please understand that groceries and rent come first, not the latest gadget. For that, track your expenses. A free budgeting app can be your best friend, or plain old spreadsheets work like wonders too. So this is what I want you to do. Please track your expenses for at least 3 months, and you might be surprised where your money goes. Tracking your expenses is like a fitness tracker for your wallet. It helps you understand what your fixed expenses are, such as a rent of $1,000 every month, to variable expenses such as grocery bills that averages around $400, to unplanned expenses like buying an expensive gadget, to your car breaking down and that you had to shell out another $1,000. Once you track your expenses for at least 3 months, it will help you create a budget. Now, please understand, creating a budget isn't restrictive. It is a liberty that prevents stressful financial surprises. It's important to categorize your expenses into needs and wants to prioritize your spending. Now, once you know where and how much you're spending your money on and the stage of life that you're in, divide your income into 3 parts. Expenditure, which is your spending, savings, and investments. When you do so, 25 to 30% of your spending might go down as you've become more conscious now. Don't sweat about cutting out small expenses that sometimes brings joy to you. For example, spending money on lattes sometimes, but look at the bigger chunks. For example, can I get a better internet connection and pay less? Or rather than eating out every day, can I start cooking? And it's healthier too, right? A friend, after she'd created a budget, she reduced her monthly expenses by 30% just by tracking and eliminating non-essential spends. Finance experts suggest a 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income after taxes should go towards your needs and obligations, for example, food, rent, insurances, and debt repayment. 30% of it should go towards what you want. Wants are all the things you spend money on that are not absolutely essential. For example, going out for lunches and dinners, or buying yourself something expensive like a vacation. Lastly, 20% should go towards savings. Now, slowly and steadily, I suggest that you get that 20% up so that you build on wealth. As a side note, a lot of people think that spending money on themselves will make them happy. Here's a bit of research from Harvard for you. It shows that after your basic needs are met and when you spend that extra money on others, it increases your happiness level. It might be counterintuitive for some people who are absorbed in this consumerist world, but if you're interested, have a look at this research. On to savings now. It is the key. Saving money is all about paying yourself first to that future self of yours. Before you spend on anything else, set aside a minimum of 20% of your income for savings. Now, start small if 20% is too much for you, but make sure that you do save every month. Think of it as building a safety net. When I was younger, I splurged money on everything. Concerts, clothes, shoes, handbags, you name it. I wish someone had coached me about the importance of saving at a younger age. Here's the secret. Start small. Even $20 a week adds up. Your savings can then go towards you creating an emergency fund, buying a house, investing in stocks, retirement plans, or any other long-term plans. The first thing that I want you to use your savings for is to create an emergency fund. You see, life is full of surprises and not all of them are pleasant. This is a pot of money specifically designed for unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills. Think about it deeply. A health crisis does not knock on your door and tell you, hey, in a few months I'll be there and you should save for it. Aim to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your 20s and 30s and make it at least 1 year of living expenses in your 40s, 50s and onwards. It might seem daunting at first, but trust me, the peace of mind that comes with an emergency fund is priceless. It also gives you more freedom in making certain life choices as you're not stuck in a hand-to-mouth situation and have room to play around. COVID-19 was a great reflection time for a lot of us. I know a lot of people who were absolutely okay with not having a source of income as they had a strong emergency fund. But at the same time, I know a lot of people who struggled quite a bit as they'd either lost their job or they had a pay cut. Before I talk about investments, my favorite topic, let's understand debt as it can be a real burden. Some types of debt such as mortgage can be considered as good debt, but others such as credit card debt can bleed you to death. It breaks my heart when I see people in debt. I know way too many people who are in debt and don't know how to come out of it. The key here is to create a repayment plan. There are a few ways you can do it. You can consolidate your debt, refinance it, and there are a lot of other techniques. Let me briefly talk about two popular methods, the debt avalanche method and the debt snowball method. In the debt avalanche method, you prioritize paying off the high interest debt first. It's the quickest way to get out of debt and start saving money for the long run. On the other hand, in the debt snowball method, you attack the small debts first to build on momentum and keep yourself motivated. The key is to understand your finances and life situations and adapt the method that will work for you. Set clear goals and stick to the plan so that you get out of that debt. Now, if you're someone who has no control over your expenses, use a debit card as you'll spend only what you have. Your yearly credit card debt can be more than 20% in some countries. That's way too much. I have a friend who learned the hard way about credit card debt. She'd used her credit card and splurged on stuff that she didn't need and had racked up a hefty balance. The worst part, she was only making minimum payments. The interest piled up and it took her years to pay it off. Now she avoids carrying a balance and pays off her credit card in full each month. Please understand the psychology behind how economies are designed in our capitalist world. The consumerist mindset that is propagated blindly is that more is better and you need to keep buying stuff. It also promotes instant gratification. In psychology, it's called keeping up with the Joneses. There's no end to it if you think about it, right? Be in a place what I call is enough, where it's not that you don't enjoy things in life, but it's a place where you know your vibrant self and you're not controlled by money. It comes from awareness about the flow of money in your life, understanding your needs and wants, not getting swayed by social comparisons, and planning ahead. Let's talk about credit. It's not a bad word. A good credit score can open doors to a better loan rate, housing option, and even job opportunities. Make sure you know what your credit score is. Paying bills on time and keeping your credit utilization low are keys to boosting your credit score. Is it possible to improve your credit score if it's low? Well, let me share a story with you. I remember a friend who had a really bad credit score. He took steps to improve it by paying bills on time, reducing debt, and monitoring his credit score regularly. It paid off when he got a lower interest rate on his car loan 2 years later. Lastly, let's talk about investing. Investing is a great way to grow your wealth over time by putting your money into assets such as stocks, bonds, gold, it can be physical or ETF ones, and real estate. It might sound intimidating to some, but it's essentially putting your money to work for you. Think long term. Even small, regular investments can grow significantly over time. That's the power of compounding. It's a powerful way to build wealth for your future, and it is used by wealthy people like Warren Buffett himself. You can start with, say, low index funds, and it will slowly but steadily build up. Another key point to remember when investing is to diversify your portfolio to spread the risk. I'm blessed to have a brother who's an investment professional and has helped me immensely in my investment journey. But for the past few years, I've been heavily investing and focusing on educating myself. A few really good books to get you started are Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money, Richest Man in Babylon, Let's Talk Money, and The Intelligent Investor. You know, I can go on and on about book recommendations, right? Now, these are just a few. You can also do a lot of online courses, and there are a lot of free websites such as Khan Academy and Investopedia that can help you on this journey of enlightenment. Personal finance isn't about getting rich quick. It's about taking control of your future. Remember, small steps add up to big results, and it's never too late to start managing your money better. Don't be afraid to research, ask questions, and most importantly, have fun with it. Leave a comment below with any questions that you might have and hit that subscribe button for more money tips. Thanks for watching, and let me know which are the topics that you'd like me to expand on. On that note, till we meet again, Aiena signing off, and may you gain financial freedom and become wealthy both in a worldly context and in your heart and mind too.